Please subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you for your support.
2 U.S. Code Chapter 20, Emergency Powers to Eliminate Budget Deficits. 2 U.S. Code Subchapter 2, Operation and Review. 2 U.S. Code Paragraph 922, Judicial Review. A. Expedited Review. 1. Any member of Congress may bring an action in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia for declaratory judgment and injunctive relief on the ground that any order that might be issued pursuant to Section 904 of this title violates the Constitution. 2. Any member of Congress, or any other person adversely affected by any action taken under this title, 1. May bring an action in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia for declaratory judgment and injunctive relief concerning the constitutionality of this title. 1. 3. Any member of Congress may bring an action in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia for declaratory and injunctive relief on the ground that the terms of an order issued under Section 904 of this title do not comply with the requirements of this title. 1. 4. A copy of any complaint in an action brought under paragraph 1, 2, or 3 shall be promptly delivered to the Secretary of the Senate and the Clerk of the House of Representatives, and each House of Congress shall have the right to intervene in such action. 5. Any action brought under paragraph 1, 2, or 3 shall be heard and determined by a three-judge court in accordance with Section 2284 of Title 28. Nothing in this section or in any other law shall infringe upon the right of the House of Representatives to intervene in an action brought under paragraph 1, 2, or 3 without the necessity of adopting a resolution to authorize such intervention. B. Appeal to Supreme Court. Notwithstanding any other provision of law, any order of the United States District Court for the District of Columbia which is issued pursuant to an action brought under paragraph 1, 2, or 3 of subsection A shall be reviewable by appeal directly to the Supreme Court of the United States. Any such appeal shall be taken by a notice of appeal filed within 10 days after such order is entered, and the jurisdictional statement shall be filed within 30 days after such order is entered. No stay of an order issued pursuant to an action brought under paragraph 1, 2, or 3 of subsection A shall be issued by a single justice of the Supreme Court. C. Expedited consideration. It shall be the duty of the District Court for the District of Columbia and the Supreme Court of the United States to advance on the docket and to expedite to the greatest possible extent the disposition of any matter brought under subsection A. D. Non-compliance with sequestration procedures. 1. If it is finally determined by a court of competent jurisdiction that an order issued by the President under Section 904 of this title for any fiscal year, A. does not reduce automatic spending increases under any program specified in Section 906A1 of this title if such increases are required to be reduced by Subchapter I of this chapter, or reduces such increases by a greater extent than is so required, or B. does not sequester the amount of budgetary resources which is required to be sequestered by such subchapter, or sequesters more than that amount with respect to any program, project, activity, or account, the President shall, within 20 days after such determination is made, revise the order in accordance with such determination. 2. If the order issued by the President under Section 904 of this title for any fiscal year, A. does not reduce any automatic spending increase to the extent that such increase is required to be reduced by Subchapter I of this chapter, B. does not sequester any amount of new budget authority, new loan guarantee commitments, new direct loan obligations, or spending authority which is required to be sequestered by such Subchapter I, or C. does not reduce any obligation limitation by the amount by which such limitation is required to be reduced under such subchapter, on the claim or defense that the constitutional powers of the President prevent such sequestration or reduction or permit the avoidance of such sequestration or reduction, and such claim or defense is finally determined by the Supreme Court of the United States to be valid, then the entire order issued pursuant to Section 904 of this title for such fiscal year shall be null and void. E. Timing of relief. No order of any court granting declaratory or injunctive relief from the order of the President issued under Section 904 of this title, including but not limited to relief permitting or requiring the expenditure of funds sequestered by such order, shall take effect during the pendency of the action before such court, during the time appeal may be taken, or, if appeal is taken, during the period before the court to which such appeal is taken has entered its final order disposing of such action. F. Preservation of other rights. The rights created by this section are in addition to the rights of any person under law, subject to subsection E. G. Economic data and assumptions. The economic data and economic assumptions used by the Director of OMB in computing the figures specified in any report issued by the Director of OMB under Section 904 of this title shall not be subject to review in any judicial or administrative proceeding.